Coming up on Double Take Sports Talk, we will update you with headlines and news, matchups to start off the week in the NBA. That is next. All right, this is it. Double Take Sports Talk with the Watch Brothers. Thank you for tuning in. Darrell, on the opposite side, say hello to Darrell to everybody.
Hello, welcome to the show. We're here.
We're here. All right, man. You doing good, man? How you feeling?
Doing good, man.
Okay, man. We got some things that we need to cover here this week in the NBA. Man, you ready to rock this one?
Let's do it.
All right, man. Let's do it. Of course. Before we get down to the nitty-gritty, get our hands dirty with the final scores and stats. Of course, we're just going to say this again. We're going to be implementing gameplay for, of course, Grand Theft Auto and NBA 2K17, but mostly in this podcast would be NBA 2K17. So, of course, the future people in this, of course, is me and Darren, and then our good friend, Big James Gaines.
Now, excuse me. Sorry, Darrell. Hopefully, if we get Colin on here, then maybe it will feature him also.
Yes. Yeah. We just have to make the time for it. So that's going to be, right now, it's just me, Darren, Big James Gaines, and then hopefully in the near future, we try to get Colin on here.
Well, if he has the time.
That's the same. It's just if he has the time. Yeah. So, of course, the whole purpose of it is just us just coming on here, just having fun, just – it's just for mainly video gamers out there that likes 2K and all that. So it's just bear that in mind. So just be on the segment during the podcast. So just look out for it. So hope you enjoy that. Of course, as me and Darren and Big James Games enjoy doing it. So.
Oh yeah.
Just start it. Just put it out there.
Yep.
All right. So now it's time to get our hands dirty, trying to get the nitty gritty. Final scores and stats from the 22nd and the 23rd. Darren, it's your floor.
All right. There's 2 nights worth of games. We will start with the final scores and key stats for Wednesday, March 22nd, 2017. There was a total of 8 games. We will start with the Charlotte Hornets and the Orlando Magic. The Hornets win this game 109-102. Indiana Pacers. Boston Celtics. Boston wins this game 109-100. Paul George, 37 points in the loss. We'll talk more about this game in a moment. The Detroit Pistons and the Chicago Bulls. Bulls wins this game 117-95. Nikola Mirotic has a season high of 28 points. The Philadelphia 76ers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Thunder wins this game 122-97. Russell Westbrook, 18 points, 11 rebounds, 14 assists. This is his 35th triple-double. The Atlanta Hawks and the Washington Wizards. Wizards wins this game 104-100. John Wall, Bradley Beal combined for 50 points. Bradley Beal, 28 points. John Wall, 22 points. The Cleveland Cavaliers and the Denver Nuggets. Nuggets wins this game 126-113. The Denver Nuggets held the lead for the final 34 minutes and 41 seconds. The Milwaukee Bucks, Sacramento Kings. Bucks wins this game 116-98. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 32 points, 13 rebounds. And the last game of the night, Utah hosting the New York Knicks. The Jazz wins this game 108-101. Rudy Gobert, career high of 35 points. And now we will go to last night's games. Thursday, March 23rd, 2017. There was a total of 5 games. We will start with the Phoenix Suns and the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets wins this game 126-98. The Toronto Raptors and the Miami Heat. The Raptors wins this game 101-84. DeMar DeRozan, back-to-back 40 back-to-back 40-point games. The Los Angeles Clippers and the Dallas Mavericks. The Mavericks wins this game in a close one, 97-95. The Memphis Grizzlies and the San Antonio Spurs. The Spurs wins this game, 97-90. In the last game of the night, we go to Portland, where the Trailblazers welcome the New York Knicks. Portland wins this game 110-95. These are your final scores and key stats for March 22nd and the 23rd of 2017.
Okay. That's done. Final score stats from the 22nd and the 23rd. I tell you, the DeMar DeRozan that they're trying to clown and all that. Back-to-back 40-point games. Russell Westbrook's putting on a show. So it's going to be an interesting ending of the second half, and all of them are playoff contenders.
Oh, yeah.
See if they keep that streak going in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So that's going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
That's going to be very interesting.
Very, very interesting.
All right, let's go ahead and shift gears. We talk about the Pacers and the Celtics game from the other night from the 22nd. Of course, me and Darren, of course, we said that the Celtics was going to win this game, and they did. So now we're going to take a look at what the Pacers did to lose this game. So, Darren, the floor is yours.
Okay, let's just honestly be real about this whole thing. Although Isaiah Thomas scored 25 points, and that was all he pretty much did. Wasn't too much rebounds, wasn't too much assists. He still got himself on the road just by scoring points, and that was enough to get him in momentum to help with the team win. But in actual reality, besides Isaiah Thomas, after I said that it would be a good idea to stop him, this was the real problem on the behalf of the Pacers and being able to win this game. They allowed 51% shooting from the field and 40% shooting from the field. 11 Yeah, 11 for 27. Yeah, 11 for 27 for the free throw from the 3-point line, and 43 and 84 from the field itself all over, and 12 for 14 for the free throw line. So they went to the free throw line 14 times, converted on 12 of them. Out of the 14, only missed 2. That's a good rating. The Pacers, 13 out of 19, 68%. That's not good enough. You need those 3 points. Now, although they did not lose by much, only by 9, which I was impressed about. I thought they would go by a lot more than that.
Me too.
The problem with this game, like I said, they didn't really toughen up on defense like they needed to. Now, they did toughen up in the paint. Now, that I will say, they did toughen up in the paint. But they did not do it from the perimeter. And their perimeter backcourt is going to have to do a better job to contain those good shooting guard, point guard combos. And Isaiah Thomas and who was the 2? I think it was Avery
Bradley.
Yes, you have to keep those 2 in containment. The same thing with Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson. You got to keep those 2 contained. You have to keep Russell Westbrook contained. You have to keep who else was it? DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry. Although he's out for this, is it for the rest of the season?
They really haven't ruled him out for the season yet.
Okay, so even at that, you still have to contain those 1 and 2. You cannot let the 1 and 2 go off, or even just the 1 at that. You just cannot do that. That was the most disappointing ordeal with the Indiana Pacers, not being able to win this game. And then, of course, when you don't score, this is how you lose quarters. This is how you lose quarters, just by doing this. Oops, sorry about that. Right here. My goodness.
Man.
There we go. First quarter, Boston wins. Second quarter, Boston wins. Third quarter, Boston wins. Fourth quarter, the Pacers won, but that's not enough quarters to win the game.
Yeah, it isn't.
That's not enough quarters to
you
win.
You got to have a dominant second half if you want to win third and fourth quarters. You pretty much have to dominate the whole game, and that's just, to me, keeping it close in the first quarter is cool. Keeping it close in the second quarter is cool. But the third and fourth quarters, that's a problem, even though that it wasn't much of a margin in between that. And it really wasn't much of a blowout either. Like I said, the largest lead was, 10? I think it was.
Well, the longest run.
17. The biggest lead was the Celtics with 17. That's
right here.
Excuse me.
Sorry about that. Hang on.
Yeah.
I got it. If I can get it back up again. Here we go. Boston led by as many as 17.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get my marker back up again. Here we go. Biggest lead, 17. The longest run was 10. I don't know who that belonged to. Game was tied 5 times, so we know that the game was close. But the Pacers never led as much as by 3 up until that point anyway. There were 7 lead changes, so we know that this was still close.
Right.
This game was pretty much close. This game was pretty much close.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. So yeah, that's going to be very interesting. The Celtics are already on the run. They're trying to chase their number 1 seed. So yeah, that's going to be pretty tough. Cleveland's already lacking thereof. So Boston's looking to be on the run.
Like I was telling you the other day, everybody's talking about this rematch with Golden State and Cleveland. And I'm like, Cleveland going to have to get past Boston first in order for that to happen. This ain't going to be no easy road just because everybody in the Eastern Conference is weak. You still got Toronto. You still got Boston. You still have who else in the East is a pretty strong team up until this point? Milwaukee. They're pretty strong. Yeah, they looking strong. I mean, they may not be in the greatest position. They just took the 7th spot. I'm sorry, the 6th spot. They just took the 6th spot. So now you got to a point where Milwaukee is looking invincible right now. They looking pretty good. So Cleveland still got some obstacles they still have to get past. This ain't gonna be no easy ordeal for Cleveland just to get to the NBA Finals. They really gonna have to work their way into getting to the NBA Finals if they can get past those teams.
Mm-hmm. That's absolutely right. All right. Next portion. We stick with the Pacers still. Speaking of them, we're going to focus on tonight's game. Pacers, Nuggets. That is going to be a 7 o'clock tip-off. It's going to be at Bankers Life Fieldhouse, downtown Indianapolis. It is going to be locally TV on Fox Sports Indiana. And for Denver, what's there?
Altitude Sports and Entertainment.
For me, you to be, Hoosiers for 29 years, some of these things are never TV channels you just never really hear of. And it's funny, because if we happen to go to another city, another state, and see all these weird TV channels, it's just going to be weird.
Yeah.
It's like, what kind of channel is this?
What kind of channel is this? And what gets me is getting the numbers mixed up for the news. For example, we have Channel 13 Eyewitness News. There are some cities that have Channel 7 Eyewitness News. For us, that would be RTV6.
Yeah. See, and that's the thing. ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
See? ABC Eyewitness News. Yeah. Exactly. That would throw me off big time.
Yeah, that would throw me off, man.
That would throw me off.
I had to admit about that. That is weird, but yeah, that's a big thing. All right. Looking at the Pacers and the Nuggets game, the Pacers are really going to have to heavily focus on a team like Denver. They have overcome a lot of obstacles this season, even though they're not a playoff team this season, but they have overcame a lot of things. They are getting better. They're improving. And one big.
I hate to break this to you. They are the AC.
Okay, they're the AC. Let me take that back there. They are better than what I expected.
Exactly.
And they have gotten better. They are an improving team. Like I said, they have improved. So looking at this also, and I think this is still up in the running. You know that term that says when it rains, it pours?
Yeah.
it proves just that Denver has made 9+ 3-pointers for the 25th consecutive game. That is the longest streak in team history. So this is my key right here. Keep them off the 3-point line. You cannot even throw them up in the temp. They're going to get an attempt in there, but they got to keep them off the 3-point line.
I got another key for them to win. It's a whole different one. Well, not exactly a whole different one, but they're almost cylinders.
Yeah. All right. So the last meeting between these two, it was January 12th of 2017. Denver just
blew them out.
Period. Just blew them out. 140-112. That was at London's famed O2 Arena in London. They went up to North America and got spanked, embarrassed. CJ Miles led the team in scoring with 20 points. Let's see. At that point, the Pacers was 20-19. At that point, they was out-rebounded 38-34, including 13 on the offensive glass. Another key. Boards. So you keep that in mind. This game was not as close as you would think it would be, but they had dominated the performance. Denver did anyway. So at that point, they had lost 5 previous games up to this point through that blowout. So the Pacers are going to have to be very careful how they play Denver.
Oh yeah,
very very careful. Couple things to note real quick. Pacers guard Aaron Brooks played only 29 games for the Nuggets after being traded there in 2014. Nuggets player development coach Stephen Graham played 2 seasons, 2007-2009, with the Pacers. And lastly but not least, the Pacers lead the all-time series between the two teams 43-42, including a 28-15 edge when playing in Indiana. I would take a look at the quick starting lineup, projected starting lineups for both teams. The Nuggets, Jameer Nelson and Gary Harris is as the 1 and 2. No wonder why they're shooting 3-pointers out the ball.
Exactly.
No wonder why.
Exactly.
I forgot all about Gary Harris.
Yep.
Wilson Chandler as the 3, and Mason Plumlee and Nikola Jokic is the 4 and 5. He dominated LeBron James in the post. There's your weak spot. That's why you lack toughness. Yes. He was scoring all over LeBron James in the post. That's exactly why they lost the game. He was tearing him up in the post. He found his weakness.
Yep.
NBA players, here's my message to all of y'all. If y'all want to shut down Cleveland, get LeBron James in the post.
Exactly.
You can't allow him to be a chase down artist. You got to let him play
Thumbs
physical defense.
Up. Absolutely.
There it is right there.
There you go.
There. For the Pacers, you got Jeff Teague and Paul George as the 1 and 2, CJ Miles as the 3, Thaddeus Young and Miles Turner as your 4 and 5. A couple of injuries to report. Now we got something to work with here.
Yeah.
Glenn Robinson III, he is questionable with a sore left calf. That's the only one they got. For the Nuggets, Darrell Arthur and Wilson Chandler. They're supposed to be playing tonight. Darrell Arthur with left knee soreness and Wilson Chandler with right groin contusion. So it's pretty much they're going to be playing, starting maybe. Wilson Chandler, maybe we'll see. And Danilo Gallinari, he is doubtful, and I doubt he's playing. He got a left knee bone bruise.
He probably won't be playing. Not with a bruise.
Yeah. All right, Darren. It's your floor. Let's take a look at some stats. See what you think about the Pacers. What they need to do to win this game.
Okay, so here's my ordeal. Again, I'm taking this back to the whole Boston game. I'm taking this back to San Antonio game. The one thing that I have a problem with this entire stat sheet right from the get-go, and it's a very much highlight reel from the get-go. If anybody can't see this now, you will see it in a second. If I can get my marker, because this is very important for me to say this. Wow, here we go. Right here. Y'all see this?
He's dominating the stat line, pimp.
He is going to play the role of the lead man. If you get him started, it's over.
It's over.
You cannot let him put up numbers like this. 22 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists. You cannot let him put up numbers like this. Because if he put up numbers like this, y'all going to be second-guessing yourself all night long. It's going to be the longest game of y'all career. And you think if you're tired now, you're going to be tired when you're done with this game. Because if you let him get off scoring these many points, this many rebounds, and this many assists, y'all not winning this game. Because
and this is based. This is based off the January 12th game.
Yes, this is based off. Right? Yes, this is based off the January 12th game. This right here, you do this right here. This is the January 12th game right there. You cannot let him do this, because if you let him do this, the first thing that's going to happen, he's going to score. The second thing that's going to happen is when he starts scoring, y'all going to start double teaming him, and he's going to dish out these passes to get him off to Jameer Nelson and Gary Harris for a 3-point shot.
Yeah, you can't allow that.
Y'all are going to break down on the perimeter defense. Y'all cannot let this happen. Y'all cannot let this happen, period.
He got options. He got options.
He got options.
He got rebounds. So he got options. So he can carry out the ball.
Options. He got options. So you can't let that happen. You can't let that happen. So that being said, if y'all want to really win this game, make sure he's non-existent. 1, 2, 3. You can let him score, but don't let him score consistently, because you're not always going to be perfect when it comes down to that.
Exactly.
Now, because what's going to happen, he going to score first. I've said this once. He's going to score, so that's going to bring this up or this up. Sorry about that. And then what's going to happen if he do start to get on the roll, what's going to happen is either this person, or this one is going to double team him. And then what he's going to do, he's going to dish it out for one of these.
Here's your options.
Either this or this. Don't matter which. He's going to play lead man. He is going to make sure he's going to draw y'all into the paint, and he's going to pass it out for a good high percentage, either shot or 3-point shot. And if you're late, this is going to happen. You don't want that.
That's right.
You don't want it.
Yeah, you don't want
if the Pacers want to win this game, you cannot let this man beat y'all by himself, just like how y'all let Giannis Antetokounmpo do y'all.
In Milwaukee, yeah.
Y'all cannot do that. He could single-handedly beat the Pacers. All he has to do is dish out the ball, rebound the ball, and score. That's all he has to do. It would be very simple from that point. Make them win as a team. Make them win as a team. Shut him down. They will shut the whole team down if that can happen.
Fair enough. So a quick review. I believe that keeping him out the 3-point line, one way the Pacers can win. Darrell believes you got to keep Nikola Jokic from creating options. You have to shut this man down.
You have to play him one-on-one. You have to play him one-on-one and play him good.
Yep. Absolutely. I agree with that. So with that being said, after looking at the analysis and after what we believe how the Pacers going to win this game, who do you got in this one?
The Denver Nuggets. Them Nuggets are going to go in there and they're going to dance all over the Pacers. They're going to dance all over. They're going to dance.
And they're going to pour. They're going to be raining threes all night. I got Denver in this game too.
Yeah. Because see,
it's going to be Mile High in Indiana.
Because with again, Pacers are 7th in the East now. Milwaukee took over the 6th spot. So now y'all have to win this game. Because if y'all lose this game, it's a good possibility y'all either going to drop to the 8th or the 9th seed.
Yep. And the 9th seed, you're out of playoff contention. So
yeah.
You have to win this game tonight, and I don't think that's going to happen.
Nope. I'm with it. I don't think it's going to happen. I got Denver. Actually, I got Nikola Jokic, if anything.
Word. All right. 7 o'clock game. Bankers Life Fieldhouse, downtown Indianapolis. All right, moving on to the headlines. We're going to take a look at headlines from the NBA, NFL, and MLB.
Uh-huh.
We'll start this one off with the NBA. Derrick Rose says that winning will be a priority in free agency. I'm just going to say this, and I'm just going to leave it as this. You got to behave yourself first if you want to be winning in free agency.
Word. I agree.
Matt Barnes hoping for a blowout win against the Kings. So I guess he's still bitter because he got traded or he got released by the Kings. And he got signed on with Golden State. So now he's hoping that a blowout comes against the Kings. Not like I care about this. I mean, to me, you're really nothing. You're a good player, but you're nothing to me. So you can think, believe, whatever you want. It's fine by me. There's a report out there. The Warriors are optimistic about Durant's progress. So I'm just going to put it like this. If y'all optimistic about that, y'all just pretty much just trying to rush it back into the game.
Yeah.
Look, he got hurt late into the season.
There's not really much you can do about that.
There's really nothing you can do about it. I can understand that you'll want to get him back for a couple of games of the regular season, just try to, keep a hot streak going so he won't go cold in the playoffs. But sometimes you just have to take what's given to you. And look like in this case, I mean, he's already been working out. He's already been, putting a couple shots up around the floor and stuff like that. And they believe that's a progress in action. But if you go too far with this, I just believe you're just rushing back into the game.
Word.
And that's
Agree.
Joel Embiid, he is to undergo surgery now for that torn knee that he had. And Ty Lawson, he denies a probation violation, saying that he didn't, violate his probation of drinking, whatever the problem is. I think it was drinking alcohol and stuff like that, which he got arrested quite a few times within the last few years. So Shaq is getting a statue honored, I believe, and with the Lakers.
It's the Lakers. Yeah. That's a big statue. It's a big statue.
I'm already looking at the half of the statue they already done so far. It's a big one.
It's a humongous one. It's huge. It is huge. I can only imagine once they put their head on. My goodness. If you want to see the progress that they're making with this, check out NBA.com. They have it. They have it.
It's there. They got a video on it too, so check it out. NBA.com.
Yeah.
Switch it over to the NFL. Aaron Rodgers believes that the Packers need more pieces on defense. His offense will be tough. You agree?
A little bit. For the most part, it was their defense that allowed Dallas to come back in the game. In the what was it? The NFC divisionals. It was in the divisionals. It was their defense that let Dallas come back, but they did, hold their ground, and they still ended up winning the game, but did not win against Atlanta.
Well, the defense just fell apart right there.
Right. So that's why, I agree a little bit. Defense would be the key. So actually, no. You know what? Take that back. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
I agree with this. I agree with that because in order for the offense to be good enough, the defense is going to have to come to play. And Green Bay had a good offensive drive, the first drive of the game, of the NFC Championship game, and they looked good. It's just that defense just collapsed all the way through.
Yeah.
All through the game. So
yeah,
I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Mark Sanchez signs a 1-year contract with the Chicago Bears.
Oops.
Word. I agree. That's a big time whoops. There's something of interest also. Sean Payton and the New Orleans Saints have interest in Johnny Manziel.
That's very interesting. That is
Yeah.
very interesting.
Yeah. I said the same thing. I'm wondering how this is going to work.
He's selling himself, obviously.
He don't have a choice.
Oh, I know.
After everything he'd have been through, he has to do that.
Oh, yeah.
All right, MLB, real quickly. St. Louis and the Marlins. That's a 105 pitch off. Cubs and Reds, that's a 405 pitch off. Of course, everybody ain't noticed. I'm quite sure everybody has heard about it. Team USA has won World Baseball Classics Championship. Congratulations, Team USA. And another thing I want to touch up on was yesterday's, I think it was Cubs and Diamondbacks. The Cubs and the Diamondbacks game when Jake Arrieta smashed that home run off Zach Greinke.
Yeah.
That is, first of all, that is still trending.
I believe it.
Yeah, it's still trending. And here's why it's trending. Number one, it was a 1-2 pitch from Zach Greinke before he smashed that home run. Number two, not only did he blast it, but he blasted 465 feet.
For him to be a pitcher, not too many pitchers does that.
Exactly. And thirdly, 2 points on this. He had led Cubs pitchers with 2 home runs last season. Just 2. And also, he has, I believe he had broke a record since it became, since baseball came up with the StatCast.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that was the longest home run since StatCast came into the picture. I think 2015.
Wow.
Yeah. If I'm reading this right, that's exactly what I believe it is. Yeah. Yeah. Now he holds the record for longest. Well, that was regular season, but yeah, that's pretty much the regular season. But he from 2015 to present, Shelby Miller held that April 10th, 2016. So now Jacob Reddick got that one.
Well, I got a problem.
What?
How in the world? What's the Diamondbacks pitcher's name that Jake Arrieta hit that home run off of again?
Zach Greinke.
Zach Greinke?
Yeah, Zach Greinke.
It was a 1-2 pitch. Why did he just force the ball?
Do what?
Why didn't he just force the ball? It was a 1-2 pitch. He could have swung because he was going to probably force himself to swing anyway. He had to throw that. I believe he threw that right up the middle. I really do believe that.
I believe it was a bad pitch. A bad pitch. Well, what I mean is that I believe Zach Greinke disagreed with the pitch that the catcher wanted him to throw in communication purposes.
Yeah.
I believe he disagreed with it and went with his own, like you said, gave him like a straight up fastball, and bam, he smashed it.
Can't do that. You cannot do that. You
Yeah,
cannot do that. You have to get him the force to swing and miss. You at that in particular point, you have 3 balls to work with and 1 strike, which is more of the risk I would take in that in particular situation. I would risk taking the ball over a pitch straight up the middle, because then the count would have been 2-2.
Yeah.
Or it would have been, if he swung, a strikeout, and that home run would have never happened.
I agree. Well, they also got him into a bases loaded situation. I think he got a double off of that. Either a single or a double. I can't remember if he grounded out or not, but I think he got a double or single off of that.
Off of what?
Off the pitch. When the bases was loaded, Jake Arrieta got to the plate. He was thinking grand slam, but he only got like a single or a double off of it.
Oh, so this was another time where he went up to bat.
Yeah, the next time he went out to bat after the home run.
Okay. Yeah.
And lastly but not least, Darren, I told you this yesterday. I'm just going to throw it out there again. Fortune magazine lists the world's greatest leader, Theo Epstein.
Oh,
Now,
gosh, yeah.
yeah. Now, he was asked how he felt about that. Start quote, I can't even get my dog to stop peeing in the house, end quote.
Yes. Love that man. Love it.
Yep.
Love it.
Yep. So at this point, from what he said, I am not no leader. Leave me alone.
I know that's right. Word.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
All right. Give me your headlines for March 24th. All right, Dan. Final thoughts? You got anything?
Absolutely not. Nothing.
Word. Neither do I. Neither do I. So I guess we just go ahead and wrap this up and let's get up on out of here.
Yep.
All right, that is another edition of Double Take Sports Talk. If you like what you see, you get the video a thumbs up. How you feel about today's show, just comment on the comment section below. As usual, we're here, so no worries about that. But until then, I'm Darrell. Darren's on the opposite side.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
All right, catch up with us on another episode of Double Take Sports Talk. Until then, ciao.
Ciao.
Double Take Sports Talk here with me, Darrell Watts. As many of you know, me and Darren enjoy talking sports and giving out stats, but we also enjoy entertaining while doing it. So with that being said, you can check us out on the social media side and get more involved in our podcast. We're on Twitter at DTST2414, or you like us on Facebook, Double Take Sports Talk page at The Watch Brothers. We're also on YouTube. Like, share, do what you got to do with that. Once again, we don't mind. Also, we are finally back on the podcast app for audio only purposes for those who enjoy audio only of our podcast. We're also on the blog, feature critical thinking and analysis, and you can check that out at doubletakesportstalk.blogspot.com. Thanks again.